Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make a wobble bass on Fruity Loops for your dubstep. Basically start off here, I just got a simple little just a drum beat to put it over when it's done. As far as my actual sound, I'm just going to play this for you. I'm going to turn this into a wobble bass, but it's basically just a little diminished part, I guess. It's really kind of simple, but now you can't hear that last part because the kind of sound it's making right now. Once I make the actual wobble bass sound, you'll be able to hear it just fine. But basically, that I'm making it in Citrus. That's what that is. And the Get Citrus is all you're gonna want to go is the View plugin picker, and you just want to click Citrus down here. I'm working with Fruity Loops 10 or version 10 Professional Edition. I'm not sure if it's anywhere else on any of the other ones. It's just called Citrus. It's a synthesizer, so just make sure you check into that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Fruity Dance because I love that crap because it's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. It's just awesome. When you play music, dances, watch. But anyways, we're actually going to turn our Citrus down so it doesn't blow everything else out so much. We're going to start here. Basically, so what you're going to want to turn on is when you pull up your Citrus for the first time, it should probably be turned on like that. I think FX and out is turned on. Let's just go ahead and play it with that. Okay, those might not be on. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was the ones that were already on. But what we're going to turn on here is we're going to go down here to F1, which is filter 1, which is where we're actually going to make the wobble noise. And then we are going to be using all three of these sounds. But first, before we do any of that, we're going to go presets and just click the default button. Click the default button. That's the first thing you want to do. And so now, yeah, see, it turns that on, and then as all you're getting now is just give you an idea of what the actual part's going to sound like. I'll just play this. So that's the part. And first off, what you're going to do is you're going to want to turn on the right stuff. Now we're going to have 2 octaves in this. Some people do 3. I'm just going to do 2, make it simple, which means our 1 and 2, which is these 2 places here, we're going to turn both of those on in filter 1, which is our filter right here. So filter 1, channels 1 and 2. Are they channels? I don't know. And then we're also going to turn out, which is our output, on. So now you got that working. So we're going to start off with in here in filter 1. Just play around with this stuff. For now you can turn off number 2 just so you could find a sound you like here. Just going to play with these. I'm going to try and make this kind of a square wave. Basically, I'll try and show you what all these do one by one actually. We're going to put that about middle. That kind of makes it really sharp when it's way up here. Just kind of smooths out there. We're gonna try and make a pretty sharp one. So let's go there, and then this also. So we're gonna keep that right about there. So that's basically what all those do, just so you can kind of see. Let's see what I get sound alike here. I got that really clipping noise, so we're going to go ahead and also, since it's supposed to be a wobble bass, turn that down to about 5, but we're going to have a second octave in there. For the second octave, we're going to want to set this at about 1, so it's just an octave higher than what we're going to want to go ahead and make this one pretty similar. So play this. So now we're going to want to go ahead and go to our filter 1. So what we're going to do here is you're going to go to volume, and then you're going to go to LFO. No, is it cut LFO? I go to volume and LFO. Now you're going to take this first point here and you're going to drag it up to that top corner. Alright? Then you want to take this point right here and you're going to drag it over to right there. about dead center on the little grid. I'm going to take this one and then just drag it right back to being right there. Okay? So it's right there. You got like an almost perfect square with those, and you got that. Now if you click this checkbox down here and click tempo, so it goes with your tempo, you're going to hear it wobble at about every 2 beats. It's going to go up in it and then back down. It's just, you speed it up with this. Alright, some of this. It's not changing anything. Hold on. Play the cut. That affects what the cutoff on it is. Kind of going for a nastier sound, so I'm going to turn that up. But real quick, here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull this up in piano roll so you can see this. As you see, these are kind of showing up on a grid. You're about to see a grid like this again, but it's where I set up my speeds to the actual wobble on each note. So when you're doing this, you kind of want to remember where each note is. Like for instance, the first 2 beats of the first measure here are going to be 1 note, and then it's just beat by beat until you get to there. Then it's 1 note, and then it's 16th notes back down right there. So you just kind of want to remember your pattern for this next part. Remember how many bars you're playing with. Like normally I'll make wobble tracks closer to 8, so they normally go out to here, but since it's just a tutorial, I want to keep kind of simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to speed, you're going to right click it, you're going to go to edit events. Now here it's going to pull up this, which as you see you also have those bars. Now depending on how high you put this thing right here and where you put it, it's going to affect your wobble. So I'm just going to kind of do this really random, and you're going to hear a bunch of crazy, messed up, not good sounding stuff. But then I'll go back and really actually do it. But we're just gonna... Whoa, that was weird. See, as you saw, that kind of gave a dubsteppy sound, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by focusing on our first note, which I kind of, since it's a lower note, want it to be like 2 really open kind of wobbles, you know, like wah wah. So we're going to go ahead and try and set that up. And you can get these back to 1 bar. I probably shouldn't have done that because it's going to make this bit of pain in the butt for me. But let's see if about here would be right. I'm just going to test it out here once I get all this level again. You know what, actually, let's see if I can just scale levels. No, I wish there was a, there probably is, and I probably just don't know where it is, but a reset to default button. So hold on, give me a second. Maybe if I do it here, reset, go into edit events. No, alright, so we're just gonna have to work with it, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these set up here. I would cut the video now, but I want to be as like in-depth as possible. So now let's just listen to this first wobble and see if it's where I want it. This will probably be a bit fast, but let's find out. It's actually pretty good, but I wanted a bit faster because I want like 2 whoa whoa in that time. So let's see if this is good enough here. Yeah, that was a bit better. So now we're going to the single notes, which I kind of want to do a contrast in like each note almost to make it kind of, you know, more exciting. So we're gonna go here, and then when it drops down to the lower note, we're gonna slow it down a bit. And then same thing here, but we're going to speed it up even more on this one. And these are getting wicked fast. Like this might not sound the best, but you get the general idea from it. And then we're going to go back down to our, we're going to bring it down to here for this one. See if we just get like 1 wobble out of this beat. So right around down here was where I had the 1 wobble beat. And we're going to speed it like way back up here on this next one. So we'll listen to how these first 2 measures sound here. Let's just get that leveled out. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Then we're going to come here, and we're just going to actually speed up this long one here, because remember this is back to a long note on the C. We're going to go ahead and just bring these up here, and speed this one back up. Try and get these all level, and then We're going to try and drop down to a single wobble for this first one. Is kind of what I want to do here. Try and get that in there. And then we're going to go up one step, and we're just going to go up steps for these next ones. And up another step for this one. And then for the last, like, really fast ones, I'm basically just going to hyper speed it so I don't have to worry about the actual wobble cutting out on any of the notes, you know? So you don't hear them, since it's just supposed to be a drop. We're just going to put it really fast, and I'm pretty sure that should sound pretty close to a solid note. If not, just kind of sound kind of buzzed, and you'll really hear the scale dropping down in it a lot better than, you know, slowing it down a lot. So we're just going to bring that up here. So now let's see what this whole thing sounds like. Hopefully it's good. Wait, fix that. Hopefully it's good and what we want. And, oh wait, we gotta go, see that? Since it was down low, it cut out on that last note there. And that is not, oh, nope, that's going into 5 for some reason. Dang it, I wish I would not have done that. So hopefully this will play out like we want it to here. We're just gonna have to clip it back some. I messed up. I accidentally drew into the 5 range on the, like, when I was doing this whole thing, but on my other thing, basically it registered as if I put notes over here because I put my speed over into here, which means you don't want to make that mistake. If you make that mistake, just remember your notes, delete your citrus, go back. There's gotta be a way to undo it. I don't know it. So just don't do that. Don't draw past that 5 when you're drawing your speeds. Make sure you don't do that, and if you do, you can basically just drag it back and it won't play any of that. So we're just going to play this, which was the clip we were going for the whole time, and then I'll go over some things you want to make sure you don't forget. Pull my fruity dance up here so you guys can see it. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you some extra things you can do to make your wobble a bit more exciting in parts and things like that. A couple things I want to go over real quick though when making your basic wobble. Make sure you check this and you check this tempo button. Make sure you do those two under any circumstance. Make sure you do that. Otherwise, if you don't do this, let's play it. Okay, hold on. It's working out because when I did it, it was set on tempo. But basically, if it's not set on that, when you go to make it, if it's not set on that, it's not going to have your wobble going at the same speed as your tempo. So it's going to get all off and it just won't sound right. So basically now is what we're going to go do is we're going to make the wobble a bit more interesting. So is where we're going to go is we're going to go right here, which is your pan, which is how much in the left or right ear it plays. Is what we're going to want to do is go to Edit Events, and basically this middle line, oops, didn't want to get the paintbrush. This middle line here is basically, like you go down for one ear and up for the other, and then your middle line is dead middle. So basically, on those notes that are going da 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 da, those things, which will start here, we're just going to flip back and forth on the ears they play in. And that's going to give it some nice effect. And I don't know if my recording will let you guys hear this, but that's the basic idea. And they go to there, and then I have a long note again right here. And then I have 4 flip back and forth. And I'm actually going to do the same flipping back and forth thing for the notes going down too, which might be a little bit too much honestly, but I just want to see what it sounds like personally, and you can just do whatever you want to make your song unique, really. Just try around with stuff, fiddle around with it, save a lot, so if you gotta go undo one little thing and for some reason you have a hard time finding a way to just hit an X button or something, you can always just, you know, close it out. But we're gonna go ahead and try this out, see what that sounds like. Yeah, like that sounded like a little bit of overkill on those last notes, but still we're just going to play with the beat so you guys can hear what it's like overall. You really hear, it sounds kind of nice on the more spaced out, the quarter notes, so we're just going to play it again. Now I'm just going to go ahead and basically show you how, like, say you like this wobble sound, like all this setup and stuff. Say you had a third octave in or something and you just like this sound. Because, you could also make, like, here, hold on, let me try and make a, let's do this here. See if we can make it a smoother wobble. Hold on. Let's try to listen. Just play it. As you saw, that was more of a smooth wobble there, like it wasn't as rough. So you could is what you can do is you can go to, oops, don't go to presets. Is what you want to do is save as preset, and then let's just put this one in as smooth wobble bass, and then you just save it. And then when you go to your open up here and open up your presets, you see right up here you'll see smooth wobble bass or whatever you make and whichever ones you make. So say you just want to sit down one day and make a bunch of different, like 10 or 12 different sounding wobble basses you can use throughout your songs. You can do that. You can use Citrus to also make your synths, to make all that good stuff. Like, let me just show some of their presets real quick. I'll just pick on some random stuff. Find one of my favorites. I really enjoy Black Dwarf Star. Is it under short synths maybe? Or is it, no, it's under pads. Where is it at, man? Here we go. And it's just really fun to maybe start off songs with that. Actually, I'll show you guys something I'm working on. I can't remember how good it sounds, but hopefully you guys like it. Oh, nope, I'm not. I'm open up to my Citrus folder. I'm not going to worry about finding it. Anyways, that's basically how you're going to make a wobble bass. All the different things you do with it. You can get a lot more complicated and changing stuff up on your wobble bass and all that good stuff. So, comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me if you want more dubstep tutorials. And, yeah, just comment, rate, subscribe, tell me if you want more dubstep tutorials. Make sure you check out my other videos if you're a gamer, or my video editing videos if you're a video editor, so, or want to learn how to become one, and my 3D modeling ones. I'm doing some of those too in Blender 3D. So, just, yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think, tell me what you'd like to see. I can pretty much show you how to make any kind of dubstep sound. If you feel like you're I'll also do one that's like a one for you to watch if you feel like your dubstep song is missing something, like you have all these parts in there and it still feels empty. It's good to add in things like downlifters and uplifters and just different things in the background and stuff, and I could show you guys some of that, like a dubstep making tips video, which will probably be the next dubstep one I make. So just tell me what you guys think, and I hope you like the video.